All right. Hello. Is that good? All right, cool. Just be quiet. Thank you. So today we're going to be doing our point check. At the same time, you're going to go sign in attendance. So your board member is going to tell you how much points you have for the first quarter. If you have above 15 points, you're in good standing, and that's where you should be. And for anyone that's tuning in virtually or who's going to be watching this like on the Student Government Google Classroom, you can just leave in like the private comment section, like ask a question like how many points do I have, and one of the board members will respond and tell you how many you have. So I'm going to read off the list, and you can go over to your board member and sign in with them for attendance and also get how many points you have for the quarter. So A through B is with Hannah. She's right over there. C through D is with Joe. Where's Joe? Joe's all the way in the back. E through F is with Brooke. Right there. G through H is with Alexa. Right there. I through Matthews is with Danny. Danny's right there. Matzner through N is with Justin. Justin. Right there. O through P is with Megan. She's all the way back there. Q through R is with Elizabeth. Over there. S through T is with Emma Callow or Riley McKay. So you can go to either. Emma's right there. There's Riley. Right there. And U through Z is with Ava. So if you guys would walk over, socially distant, please sign in and also see how many points you have in the first quarter. For anyone who's virtual, just hang in tight. It's going to be a couple minutes. Danny. Danny is right there.
All right, so as Jesse said, right now we're doing the point check. If you're not in good standing, like you private comment on the question later. If you find out you're not in good standing, you can still do a staff spotlight interview. That's 4 points, and you can do 2 of them, so that'd be 8. So yeah, this weekend when we post the question, what's your biggest takeaway? Just write a private comment and say, oh, can you let me know how many points I have and if I'm in good standing? And we'll get back to you ASAP. All right. Bye.
Normally we have that's like For anyone who's just tuning in virtually, we are doing our point check right now. If you're tuning in virtually, you can just leave a private comment under the Google Classroom meeting question that's going to be popping up later today and ask how many points you have if you want to know. Yeah, but if anyone has, that'd be great. Be good. All right, is everyone good? Everyone's good? All board members are good? Awesome. If you guys could please be seated, that'd be great. All right. So I'm not sure if you guys saw, I think Riley made the post last night about Spirit Day. So The results for Spirit Day are in, and Color Wars ended up winning our Spirit Day survey. So tomorrow is going to be the first Spirit Day. Please, everyone, spread the word about it. It's going to be, hold on. It's sophomores wear yellow, juniors wear green, and seniors are going to be wearing white. Spread the word over social media. We're going to do, if you repost the student government account's post on your story, you can get a point. Just spread the word and spread awareness about it. Please tell your friends, guys. We want this to be a good turnout. And also, so our town hall is going to be coming up next week, November 12th. That's our next meeting, right? That's going to be our next meeting. And so that meeting, I'm just going to let you guys know now, it's going to run a little late. It's probably going to end at like 3 o'clock. That meeting is going to count as 3 points though, because you guys are staying for longer. And you guys have until tomorrow night to submit questions. You guys should be telling your friends, submitting any questions you have. This is going to be one of the most important town halls we've ever had. You know, the first town hall of COVID. And we want to get as many questions as we possibly can for Mr. Bernhardt. Does anyone have any questions about Spirit Day or town hall? Points, anything? No one? Anyone virtually have any questions?
I have a question for just like if people are maybe wondering.
Yeah.
If you're not in good standing right now, how do you like get points for this quarter if it's over?
Yeah, so there's still other opportunities to get points. I think the best opportunity right now to get points is probably Riley's Staff Spotlight. Where's Riley? So it's on Google Classroom. It's 4 points per Staff Spotlight. It'll probably take you like a school day or two to like do that because you have to do the interview and then write it up. But that's probably the best opportunity to get points right now. You should make sure you're following all the social media accounts. It's 1 point for social media account you follow. It's a point if you repost the Spirit Day post that was just put up on Classroom yesterday. And in the commitment packet, that's 4 points too. So there's definitely ways to get into good standing if you're not in good standing right now.
Explain how the points are accumulated. So like if you got 10 points, you just have to make that up in the next quarter.
Yeah, okay, so if you are short points this quarter, that's okay. I mean, you're not gonna, it's bad that you're not in good standing, but you still have the opportunity to make that up the next quarter. So, and basically the whole point of good standing is in order to like put student government as like a leadership distinction or like on any application, you have to be in good standing in order for that to get signed off on. Normally we have the school field trip. We're not sure if we're gonna be able to do that this year. It's not looking so great, but you should still make sure you're in good standing for that reason. And you also get to wear a, what's it? It's the, you have a special pin?
Cords.
Yeah, cords. You get cords for graduation if you're in good standing for 3 years straight. It's like special cords.
If you're in student government all 3 years,
Student government for 3 years and you're in good standing for all 3 years, right?
right, and you get, you also get your name in the program.
Yeah. You also get your name in the program for graduation, which looks really good. So you want to make sure you're in good standing. Anyone else have any questions about that? Anyone virtually have any questions about that? Alright, cool. So just a few reminders. I'm not sure if you guys saw it was just posted like 10 minutes ago, but in each individual like grade classrooms, like the sophomore, junior, like the sophomore, junior, and senior classroom, a question box has been posted. And in that box, you can post anything, suggestions for us to do, virtual events, if you have any like questions about basically anything, and we're gonna look it over and maybe answer you. Just spread the word about that.
And spread the word, it's for anybody. It doesn't have to be a student government member. So if you have friends that are in, that are not in student government, and they have a great idea, or they have a question or a suggestion, and I mean, you know, there might not be any this week, maybe because the town hall is coming up, but we'll do a post like this every month. It'll be like a suggestion box. Like normally you could, you know, put a suggestion for student government. So anybody can suggest whatever they want. We'll take a look at it, you know, we'll answer, we'll let you know what's going on with it. But it's kind of a good way for us to keep in communication with the rest of the students in the building.
Definitely. And you guys should also make sure like that you know who your class rep is, and if you have any questions, you can ask them. It's like Alexa's a class rep for junior, Brooke senior, and Justin and Danny are the sophomore class reps. So if you have any questions or anyone else is wondering in your grade, I would go to them and also post it online to that classroom. So another reminder, you guys did like really good filling out the commitment packets, but I saw there's still like 25 to 30 people on Google Classroom who haven't. And so if you haven't filled out that commitment packet, I need you to fill out that commitment packet, because if it's not filled out by the end of the first quarter, I'm taking you guys off the list for student government, because we need to know who's in the list and get that list to attendance. Yeah, and you also get 4 points for the commitment packet, so that's also a good deal. So also make sure you guys are filling out the meeting question every week after the meeting. You guys have been doing pretty good with that. If you guys are in person, you guys don't have to fill. So everyone here in person right now does not have to fill out that meeting question. I know some of you guys are like commenting, I was in person. You guys don't have to do that. We got you. Your attendance in person. Okay, so moving forward, after the town hall, we're gonna be going into like December, like Christmas time. I was wondering if any of you guys had like any virtual events for like holidays or like any ideas with that. Anyone? Could be anything. Christmas decoration. No?
Well, I think we'll probably do,
Adopt a family,
We
yeah.
do that every year where, we collect gift cards. It'll probably be all gift cards.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this year, for families, in our building that are in need. I think, we had been talking about the, Katie, what was it, Island Harvest?
That was the wheels on, what was it?
Wheels, it was Meals on Wheels.
Yeah, I feel like a food
Um,
drive maybe.
I mean, that's an idea, like if it's something that we can get going for Christmas, where we could be donating, having a virtual food drive maybe for families that are in need in our community. I think that might be something really good that we can do, in this last month.
I feel like that's something good for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we can do something, yeah.
Thanksgiving or Christmas, right? I mean, we have to find out like how we would
Yeah.
work it. We also have to not step on anybody else's, we have to see what other groups are doing. And I know that, is it Key Club that usually does the food drive for Thanksgiving? Right? So we have to see if they're doing one. Is there anybody here that's in Key Club also? Any Key Clubbers? Do we know if they're doing a food drive? Yeah?
Anyone keep up?
Okay. So we'll find out, if they are, and if they aren't, that might be something that we could get done for Thanksgiving. And if they are, maybe we could do ours for Christmas, when there's usually less food drive. Seems like a lot of food drives usually happen around Thanksgiving, right? Just because of what Thanksgiving is, and there's usually less.
Someone online said.
Oh, and does she know if they're doing a food drive? So that's something we could do. And think of some other things maybe for school spirit, coming up with the holidays coming up. It might be think of something that we could do that would lift school spirit and get people involved. Any ideas that anyone has, we're more than willing to listen. We'll try to figure out a way to make it happen. I think that's something that's needed. Yeah.
I forget if that's here, but like the middle schools that do that turkey hat competition, is that here?
We did it here. That was Key Club. That was their, that's their.
Steal their idea.
They did the turkey turkey hat competition, whatever they called it.
Like that as a music instrument.
Haven't said anything.
Oh, okay.
I would think they had said them.
They might have. They might have. We will, but thank her, thank whoever it was that did that answered that. We will try to find out. Maybe our executive board contact the,
Yeah, I
That was
can
the
talk to
club?
Anna, yeah.
and let's just find out if they are doing that this year. And if they're not, maybe we can do something, some kind of virtual food drive, that would, another thing, let's think of ways that we could, cheer people, this holiday season. It's gonna be rough for some people, that can't really get out, that can't spend time with their families because of COVID, over the holidays. So let's try and think of that kind of thing, maybe something we could do to brighten, people's days. So kind of keep that in mind. Again, if you have any ideas, put it in the suggestion box or speak to one of the board members, and we'd be happy to look into that. And again, it could be, leadership service project too.
Oh yeah, that too. The leadership like you just said, the leadership service project. Those proposals I think are due in the third quarter. But like Ms. Kramer said, you guys like for your leadership service project, you're gonna have to do like some kind of community service act. So like that could be a great community service project, like starting like a food drive or I don't know, some kind of fundraiser to help someone in need for Christmas or Thanksgiving. Like that'd be a great idea. And if you guys do come up with an idea, you can just submit the proposal. I think, is it on the community packet?
It should be in there. It's in there someplace.
Yeah, I think it's in there someplace in the
If
community
not, I
packet in
will
my
look
classroom.
and make sure it's.
Okay, if not, I'll check this weekend and make sure we get the form up there if it's not, guys. Anyone have any questions about any virtual events, leadership proposal projects? Or anyone have any ideas?
I mean, there's a lot of these stuff out there. I mean, we're not the only school around, right? I mean, there's got to be stuff across the country that students like yourself, ideas they've come up with, things they're doing in their buildings. Do a little research. Is your friend, like, let's see if there's anything out there that looks fun and looks good, and maybe we can steal it. You know what I mean? I mean, not reinvent the
Plagiarism is
wheel.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, let's take a look, and see if there's something that we can do. Like, if you find something online, like, oh my God, this would be so great if we could do this here. And then we could try and make it happen. So, I think there's so many things in other buildings that you have no idea. I will just tell you an aside. I was with my seniors, my economics class, and we were talking about food courts. Because when they redid the cafeteria, one of my ideas that went nowhere was, wouldn't it be great if we had a food court where we had, we could bring people, like bring businesses in and they would pay the district for, the ability to be in here. And I said, well, maybe it's a high school thing. Maybe you're not allowed. Maybe the Department of Education doesn't allow you to do that because of the whole nutrition thing. And then I'm like, let me just look, and I go on YouTube. And there are so many high schools that have food courts, like Pizza Hut and all kinds of, like one high school in Texas had a sushi bar.
That's
So,
nice.
there's things that, I'm like, whoa, so it isn't a Department of Education thing, it's a New York State thing. So, I'm just saying, I mean, obviously, we're not gonna get a food court if New York State says no, but think of ideas of stuff like that. If you think of an idea, look online, like, let's see if somebody's doing something great, and we can use it here, So, just a thought, just an idea for us to, get ourselves more involved. You guys are the leaders in this building, your student government. This is our wheelhouse. This is what we do. We're in a situation in the country that has not been faced since the early 20th century. And, we can make it better for people and make it better for people in this building and in this community. And that's what we do. And that's what we do. That's it.
So if you guys, like Ms. Kramer said, if you guys have any ideas, please don't be afraid to ask or tell your idea. It's probably going to be an awesome idea. Like I know Nicholson's not here today, but a couple weeks ago he had a great idea, and I think he's going to be doing that for his leadership service project. But if you're afraid to speak up, don't be, and share your idea with us. It could be great. And so last thing before we go, a lot of people have been asking like different types of questions and like private comments on Google Classroom. Just wanted to open it up to you guys now. Like you guys can ask a question about like anything, like points, town hall, anything, Spirit Day. Anyone have any questions here? Virtually?
Maybe just remind them, so the kids are here too, that we're not doing the AB schedule anymore.
Yeah, okay.
Since it's our first meeting with everybody, just remind them that.
Okay.
Be on like,
We definitely have room for people.
So like one more reminder, we're not gonna be doing the AB schedule anymore. I'm not sure if you guys saw my post on Google Classroom, but we are forgoing the AB schedule. And if you selected the hybrid option, you're going to be coming in every day for student government. And we're still gonna have the virtual option. So if you can't make it in person or you still wanna do it virtually, you can still watch the video and submit the question for credit.
And just to piggyback off of Jesse 1 second, about the town hall. So the town hall is next week.
Yeah, next week.
And it would really be good if we had a nice turnout of people here. So now for the town hall, only student government members are allowed to be here live. We will be recording the town hall so that people that are not in student government can actually see the town hall and see the questions. But if you are a student government member and you can make it, if you're not totally virtual, we have how many seats in here? How many
We have
more
we probably like
can
30.
fit?
We probably have 30 seats available
So we
here.
probably do about another 30 people in here?
Yep.
So, please try and come to that if you can. Because if there's only, this is actually good showing here today, but if we only have like 10 people here, think about it. What do you think then Mr. Bernhard thinks when we only have a couple of people here and he's here to answer questions? How do you think what kind of importance do you think he will put on the questions that we ask? Like honestly, right? But if there is a nice showing, he knows that students in this building really want answers to these questions. And I mean, he's giving up his time to come here and to answer your questions and to listen to your concerns. So please be respectful of that and be here for it. This is what we do. We are student government. We're trying to bring the concerns of the student body to the administration. And so this time, we'll have Mr. Bernhard, but maybe next time we could get Mrs. Pedicich here. Or maybe we can get Mr. Scanlon here. Or maybe we can get, that'll be up to you. We'll put it out there for next time, for the next town hall. But he's coming here this time, and especially with everything that's going on in the community, in the country, in the building, this is a perfect time for him to come here and to address your concerns. And there have been a lot of great questions already submitted. I know you've been, a lot of great questions. So thank you so much for the questions that you guys are putting out there. And if you have more of them, please do so. Tomorrow is the deadline. The executive board needs to compile all of your questions and categorize them. So they need time to do that. But please ask your questions, show up next week, and let's make a good showing.
Did it? All right, awesome, guys. Thank you for coming today. If you guys would exit and make sure you socially distance when you exit, that'd be great. See you guys.